Hey everyone, so in today's video I'm going to discuss the Australian dollar to euro mainly. So it's at a 5-year low at the moment, closed the weekend at 55.74, which is the worst we've seen since COVID. We did have a bit of a bounce in the last couple of weeks, and you'll see as I dive into the charts, I've just pointed out a few key areas and a couple of things to look out for moving forward. Now, sometimes these are strategies we put in place for clients that can be limit orders, forward contracts, and I'll dive into what they are, how they work, and how we can assist you with them. For now, I hope you enjoy the video. My name is Chris Broadfoot. I'm the founder of SportsFX and CB3 Global Payments. So we help athletes, agents, associations, businesses, and high net worth individuals with international currency transfers and currency management and strategies around making the most of what happens in the markets. Feel free to reach out at any time. There's a link in the description as per normal. Feel free to give me a call and we'd be happy to have a confidential chat. So today I'm going to discuss the Australian dollar to euro. So that's been in a really, really bad run for the past 3 to 4 months. As you can see here, I've zoomed out a little bit to June 2024, where it reached 62.50. Then again in October, then again in November, and I've just called that a triple top there. So as you can see, it's bounced off and rejected 62.50 3 different occasions over like a 4 or 5 month period. Now, the reason I'm sort of looking into this a bit further at the moment, we've got a number of clients that are holding Aussie dollars waiting to buy euros. And they were sort of hoping, as it dropped back here in March, when the tariff news and everything else was sending the Aussie down, that it would recover back above 60 cents. But it hasn't. It's just, as you can see, it's continued to drop and drop and drop. So what we're looking at here now is a bit of a hopefully support area, on a bit of a trend line here. But this is key. Is this a support area? We don't know. We'll find out, obviously, as the weeks go on. But if we can bounce from here and start to move back up, that's probably the ideal scenario in regards to to what we're looking for. Is we've seen it bounce here, come up, back down. Can it come up again? Can it even make a higher high? And can it make higher lows? That's what you're sort of looking for. So if you're holding Australian dollars into euros, that's the sort of pattern that you want to see. Is can it make higher lows now? So back here, the start of April, we hit 53.88, terrible. Up here, 55.68. So you want that next low to be, a little bit higher if you're holding Australian dollars wanting euros. Obviously, the flip side of that is that you're holding euros, you're sitting at a multi-year high. So the last time that we've seen rates, at this level, we're looking there, you're probably back at COVID times, 2020. So, a 5-year high holding euros to Australian dollars, a 5-year low if you're holding Australian dollars looking into euros. So that's what we've sort of got an eye on for the moment, is what's going to happen here at this key level. Now, one thing that we do with a lot of clients is called a limit order. Now, how a limit order works is, as you can see here, is we've got 55.90, give or take. That's where it's closed on Friday. If you wanted a rate in and around here, and this would be my next target area, where it sort of broke through, did find support initially, but then collapsed, but then it did retrace up to here. This would be the level I'd kind of be looking at. So if you're going to set a short-term order in the market, I'd be up here around that sort of 57.90 to 58 level. How this works is you get the opportunity to put in an order at the market. So let's just say you want to go, all right, Chris, I'll take your guidance on this. Let's put an order in around 58, Aussie dollars to euro. So how that works is we place that in the market for you. If the market does come up and it bounces into this area and it hits 58, it'll automatically buy your euros for you at 58 cents. Now, the reason this is important, especially if you're in Australia, is most of the movement happens when our market's closed. So through that sort of European session, and especially into the London close US Open, which in Australia is around 11 o'clock to 1 in the morning, that's where you see most movement. So a limit order can really help you like that. Not to worry about it. You might be asleep when it triggers, but you've been able to take advantage of a spike in the market. And sometimes it's a big spike and it comes back down. Other times it continues to go. So that's why we try and look and put a little bit of strategy around the timing of it, how much you need, what your time frame is, and how we can support you do that. So yeah, that's just my take at the moment on the Australian dollar to euro. Something we look at a lot. We've obviously got a lot of players now in the other side of this, which are very happy because they've been locking in forward contracts, taking advantage of these 5-year highs to move money back from euros to Australia. And so we'll discuss that a bit further in another video with the forward contracts. But for now, yeah, if you're holding Australian dollars looking at euros, these are the key areas I'd be looking at. Now this week, there is a bit of news. So I think it's on Wednesday evening, we've got the President Lagarde of the European Central Bank speaking. Before that, there's CPI figures, so some inflation figures coming out of the Eurozone. For Australia this week, we've got retail sales on Wednesday. That's about all we've got for this week for the Australian dollar. Bit of Chinese news on Monday morning, which can always have an impact as well. So we'll see early in the week whether this decides to hold this line or drop a bit further. And then we'll have to obviously revisit it. But for now, Australian dollars into euros, rates are really not at a great point. We'll just see what happens, this coming week in regards to both markets. As always, if you found any value in this video, please hit like and subscribe to the channel. I'll also create a blog post around this and put it on the website. And you can reach out to me for a free confidential chat at any point. There's a link in the description to book a call. And if we can assist at all, feel free to let me know. Thank you.